Hello, everybody. Hi. How's everybody doing? You ready to talk about energy and sugar and caffeine? I know this is a hot topic because more than one of us relies on sugar and caffeine, and we have been there before. I know I have, and for the longest time, I thought I had to be eating every 2 hours. I was constantly eating sugar, thinking, oh, I have hypoglycemia, I feel terrible, I am going to get something quick to eat. So in this video, what I want to do is talk about energy, talk about caffeine, and the thing that I want to focus on is giving you guys some snacks that you can have in between meals so that you don't have to rely on sugar and caffeine. So let's get started. When we think about caffeine, is the thing that we get hooked on. Caffeine is one of those things that is a drug, but it's not considered a drug. But people literally get so addicted to it. We're only going to be here 10 minutes. So if you stay till the end, you're going to get my list of snacks and ideas that you can travel with and you can keep handy so that your energy is always up. And what happens is energy, we think about energy as, oh, I want to be able to get up and go. And that is a possibility. But when you're eating a lot of sugar and a lot of caffeine, that energy goes away. And then we become addicted, literally addicted to the two most powerful addictive drugs that we have, caffeine and sugar, believe it or not. So, what can we do? So we got to cut the cord. And so we got to do something to decrease the sugar, decrease the caffeine, to gain the energy. But unfortunately, the marketing around energy is huge. And you have these energy bars and you have energy drinks. And unfortunately, all they do is they jack you up and then they have you crashing. And the reason for that is because when you eat or drink a lot of caffeine, what it does is it literally hijacks the energy. It boosts the energy, but then it leaves you depleted. And after that, all you can do is just stay on that cycle. So what do? We need to bring in nourishing foods. We need to bring in foods that are nutrient dense. What's a nutrient dense food? Things that are high in fiber, high in protein, and high in healthy fats. And so how do we identify that? Well, first we need to identify the ones that are not nutrient dense foods. Things like processed snacks, things that say gluten-free. Gluten-free is not the same as healthy. It just means that it doesn't have wheat products in it. And it doesn't have the protein in wheat, which is called gluten. And a lot of people are very sensitive to gluten. So just because something says gluten-free, like pretzels, for example, it doesn't mean that it's nutrient dense. It just means that it doesn't have wheat in it, but it is a processed food. Anytime you have processed refined flours, anything white, that's going to be a processed food. It's going to be a refined flour that goes straight into the bloodstream to increase your blood sugar, and that temporarily increases your energy, but it doesn't give you energy that lasts. So again, the thing that we want to do is improve the energy and make it last and give it some protein, some healthy fats, and some fiber. How do we do that? We look to real food, first of all. And so what are some examples of real food that you could eat? There are some lovely bars, but not necessarily granola bars. Granola bars are very high in sugar in most cases. And so we don't want to do that. Preferably, we want to look to the refrigerator, we want to look at fruit, and we want to look at anything that has fiber in it. So what has fiber? A plant food. Carrots, broccoli, apples, berries, nuts, guacamole, hummus, any of these things. So let's just put together some snacks that you could carry with you. Let's say you're going on a hiking trip and you want to know what to eat besides just a whole bunch of candy. We're going to look for something that is high in protein. So high protein snack is anything that's going to have nuts and seeds in it. You can actually make these little energy balls that are available, and you can actually get them in my website at nourishfunctionalnutrition.com. You can go there and get all kinds of free recipes. But one of the ones that I love is these like protein balls, and all you do is you just put these in the blender or in a food processor, just a bunch of nuts. It doesn't matter which nuts you use. Seeds, let's say sunflower seeds and almonds or pecans or cashews. And you mix that with some dates or some cherries, some dried fruit of some kind, and some nice spices like cinnamon. You can add some hemp seeds, anything that is going to give you the flavor that you want. And you just take these little balls and you roll them up in your hands like balls, and then you roll them in coconut or hemp seeds or sesame seeds, something like that. And you can freeze those and they last forever, or you can put them in the refrigerator and eat them one by one. And I'm here to tell you, they are so yummy. You can add peanut butter to that, you can add almond butter, any of the butters, and you have a high energy bar or a high energy little roller ball. So that's one. Another one that you can do is take slices of apples or any other fruit, sliced pears or sliced mango, dried mango, and make sure that when it comes to dried fruit, you're not having anything that is coated in sugar or sulfur. So you want the fruit that is just the fruit dried, and you mix that with some nuts and some seeds. You have a nice little granola. You can make a granola with oats, gluten-free oats, and you can put them in the oven with a little bit of fat of some kind, like coconut oil, some dried uh, fruit, and some nuts, or I'm sorry, some seeds of some kind, and cinnamon, any spices, and just cardamom pods. Those little seeds are delicious. And you mix all that, put it in the oven, and toast it, and that's a granola that you can mix with, even chocolate chips, dark chocolate chips, to take on your hike. Other snacks that you can have, nut-based yogurts. If you can tolerate yogurt, dairy yogurt, I would go with a whole milk yogurt and add some berries to that and some nuts on top, like some pecans. You could also have some hummus and some dry or some fresh veggies like carrots and broccoli, cucumbers. You can make a little snack tray like cucumbers and those Mary's Gone crackers. Crackers are delicious with some salami. And so that's a great snack. So there's a lot of things, but it just takes a little bit of planning and a little bit of thinking ahead so that you can have these things available. And you know that if you're hungry, you're going to reach for maybe some macadamias and some mango slices. Or you can actually get smoked salmon or turkey jerky or turkey sticks and eat those with some nuts or some fruit, depending on what you can tolerate. But it is so easy once you know what you're looking for. So proteins would be anything that has animal protein or flesh or eggs. Any of that is going to be protein, or a protein powder. Actually, you could make a smoothie and add some greens and some fruits to that and a little bit of a nut milk or coconut water or water, and drink that in between meals. So these are all snacks that are nourishing and they don't require a bag of processed food. So I hope that is helpful to you when it comes to caffeine. I'm actually going to do an extension of this video tomorrow. It's going to be, I'll record it tomorrow for YouTube, and it will be released next Sunday, not tomorrow, the 12th, but the 19th. So look for that. If you're interested, let me know, and please don't hesitate to ask questions. I will be happy to respond to you. Have a wonderful day. My next live will be next Friday at noon. See you then. Bye-bye.